State, Senator Roberts.
Thank you, Chair. Thank you all for attending today. My questions are designed to see where the department is up to, if at all, on some major infrastructure projects that have been brought to my attention on recent listening and fact-finding tours to Northern Australia. First one is the Iron Boomerang, to connect the Pilbara iron ore with Bowen Basin coal to create a new Australian steel capability worth more than $50 billion a year.
Thanks, Senator. Shona Rosengren, Assistant Secretary in Queensland, Northern Territory and WA. So obviously we're aware of the discussions around Project Boomerang. There is no current Australian government commitment to the project. However, we have already got commitments of $330 million on the Outback Way, over $700 million in NARP and beef projects in Northern Australia.
Excuse me, the Outback Way being the highway.
Being a highway,
Not
yep.
the railway line.
And also $8.4 billion in roads of strategic importance projects across Northern Australia as well.
But nothing on the railway line.
But nothing on the railway line.
Is it seen, the Iron Boomerang, is it seen as really a very, very important security issue for us, because it'll give us independence and sovereignty over our steel industry and steel imports, and also make Australia a significant global player in steel?
I understand the dynamics of the project, but it's not one that currently has Australian government commitment to it.
Okay, thank you. Secondly, is the department working on any proposal to extend inland rail north to Gladstone or Townsville?
Not at this stage, no, Senator. I think we've looked at business cases on that front, I think twice in the last...
Sorry, what was that?
There have been business cases considering a northern connection to Gladstone, I think twice in the last 5 years or so, but I'll confirm with my colleagues through the afternoon.
Okay, thank you. Thirdly, is the department working on any project to connect the Adelaide to Darwin rail line with the northern rail system via Longreach or Mount Isa? Again, another national security issue, and enabling competition between ports and also security if one of the ports goes out or if the rail line goes out, because the current rail line is... No?
No, Senator.
I'm not aware of anything.
It would mean easily moving troops from Townsville to Darwin. Okay, the fourth question, the Tully Millstream Hydro Project, power project to provide 600 megawatts of clean baseload power into the national grid. Anything on that?
Not under the... I'm only responsible for road and rail projects, so I'm not aware of the water grid.
Is anyone in
project.
Infrastructure Australia available to comment on that?
One of the water questions.
Yeah, Infrastructure Australia is on tomorrow morning. Yeah. That might be a water question or potentially an industry question.
So you probably won't know this one either. Is the department working on any hydro projects in what is loosely called the Bradfield catchment from Charters Towers to Cairns?
I'm not aware in my responsibilities.
Yeah, I think potentially a question for the Water Grid Authority on Friday.
Okay. Sixth, a space launch facility currently proposed for Abbott Point in North Queensland?
Again, beyond my responsibilities, Senator.
So your department's your agency is responsible for expenditure on projects more than $1 billion?
No, road and rail.
Just road and rail.
So
land transport.
Mostly deal with land transport.
Mostly? What else?
Well, it's land transport. We've got regional projects. We've got city deals.
Regional projects. That brings up the seventh one, which is the Copper String 2 high voltage power transmission line to bring Mount Isa into the national electricity grid.
And I think the electricity projects are probably a matter for Department of Industry, so DISA.
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Chair.